Hey YouTube, Kenny here from Spicy6. Today we're going to paint Zero Suit Samus. This is part of the 100 Days Challenge, 100 video game characters in 100 days. It's kind of a tall order, especially with life and all. Alright, so here's just me going through some ideas, just thumbnailing stuff really. Really when I draw these, I've started looking at the top right, like the little picture frame in the top right instead of actually like looking at it. And obviously using a really big brush if I can, just to kind of like not try to outsmart myself, not try to outthink the details early on. It's just kind of a way of kind of do stuff. As you see, I went through a couple iterations of like ideas. Yeah, so with this whole thing in mind, I do want to try to stylize appropriately to whatever the character is. Some characters will be more cartoony. I just kind of pick like when I'm looking for references, kind of pick up what I want. So if I think the character needs to be a little bit more beautiful, I'll go for a different look. Sizing wise, as you can see, like the canvas, I'm intentionally making the canvas like more Instagram friendly, and I don't know if that's the right answer. I think I'm gonna start not doing that again because I don't even know how much I want to really push the whole Instagram thing. But right now, I kind of like for the first couple, I think I did that. I think I'm gonna just do me after this and just go look at it from like an illustrative point of view. And I think, you know, just kind of try to improve the process. One thing I've already learned, because I'm a little bit ahead of the actual like me talking over this, so I can kind of talk to this. I've noticed that, especially now that I've done like 4 or 5 of these, that it's kind of very good for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm referencing a little bit more, even if it's just referencing the wrong stuff, which you're not supposed to reference other people's art, but if you suck, which I do, then it's totally cool to reference other people's art because you don't know what you really even like, really. But number 2 is finishing out the process, right? So that's a huge deal. Like getting from start to finish, like, hey, I know how to thumbnail, draw, and try to get through just solving problems is really what I boil it down to. Some of the things that I think, especially with this piece particularly, is like the problems that you solve are basically like, what's the color going to look like? How boring does the composition look? And I've done this a couple times now, and now you'll start to see like, one thing that I do know that I'm messing up on is, I'd say what I'd call the horizon line. Like I think I've made a very boring horizon line most of the time, and that kind of bites me in the ass, and I kind of try to fix that up. I don't really have that much more to say about this piece. I think typically I can go through them all, but I'd like to kind of get your feedback on that. If you'd like me to talk through the whole piece, like I really can talk through all these pieces and kind of talk to you about my decisions and how I did things and what filters or things I'm using digital art wise, but I don't know that anybody cares. So let me know if you care. If you do, then for the next couple, you know, I'll just talk through them all. But until then, I'm just gonna leave you with what I got, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.